welcome back to the Netrock server. We are gonna do a little bit of a wandering around the kind of episode today because there are one or two things that I need to talk about. So I think we'll start off with what has changed since last time, and then we'll get on. So first of all, as you might notice, all of these lovely nether warts just growing right there. That is so that I can excuse me, so that I can make potions, because I need harming potions for the spider spawners around here. Just because then it makes it easier to kill them all. You haven't got to punch them all and get hungry and stuff like that. You just come up here, chuck a potion at them, boom, dead. Showers of XP for days. So that's that. Let's head over this way. The King's Mill is now finally up and running and pretty much fully decorated. I think the only thing I want to do is put something along here. I haven't decided whether I want glass or whatever yet. Here is the locking system. So at the moment it's locked. As you can see, that sign refers to these two levers on the side. When they are pointing this way, it is locked, and when I pull this lever, hopefully the water shouldn't come down. And there we go. As you can see, it is locked. This is the activation lever, obviously. If I flipped these levers into the unlocked position, i.e. pointing to the wall, and then turn this on, the water would come rushing down. As you can see in this demo that I put together a couple of days ago. So there we go. As you see, all up and running properly. I have since put this hopper here and and this chest here as well for filling up and all the rest of it. But yes, that is the King's Mill in a nutshell. There's glass along here, and you might be going, well, why is there glass there? And that is for mob proofing purposes, because the unique thing about the King's Mill is that I didn't realise until I had built it was that this is a spawnable area for slimes. And I didn't realise until I turned up one day and there was a couple of slimes trampling all of my crops, which wasn't very nice of them. So I've put the glass there to minimise the chances of slimes spawning. I mean, we're on Y39 here. So all they can spawn on is like probably these bits of stone here, 40 and below, so these bits of stone and into this room. So it's pretty safe now, which is a good thing. Nothing going on round here. Oh, right, yeah, I've finally finished this section of my house. This is my mob farm. Well, bat room as well. As you can kind of see, it's all very dark in here. And mobs spawn in here. Then they walk into some water currents. There's another one here, 2 rooms on top of each other. They walk into water currents, which pushes them into a lava blade. And the collection room for that is right down here. Then the stuff falls in the hoppers and then gets deposited into the chest. I'm currently... Well, no, I'm not currently doing anything about this. But I do want a way to make it so that everything gets automatically sorted. Because that would be a lot handier than having to do it all myself, basically. So we're still working on that. That obviously doesn't get Enderman because of water, and it doesn't give me spider eyes because spider eyes are only dropped when the player delivers the killing blow. But we're alright because we've got the spider spawners up the top anyway. And this confused me. Okay, look at this. Do you notice anything bizarre, weird, different? Of course not, it's just 2 redstone ore blocks, right? This one appears to be like upside down, or all the patches of redstone there have been swapped around, and it all looks very different. And I was sat here for like 5 minutes going, "What is different? Is it what's going on?" Then I saw that the texture had been rearranged, and I thought, well, why has that happened? And it's got something to do with Optifine. And initially I thought it was natural textures, because what this does is when blocks are next to each other, pardon the ice machine in the background, when blocks are next to each other, I don't think there's any examples down here. Maybe it'll work if I put down some new ones. No. Basically, natural textures is a way of making everything look a bit more natural in the game. So rather than everything tiling perfectly like it does, there's a little bit more variation in the landscape. And I thought it was that initially, but as you can see, nothing has changed, and I play with those off and it's still upside down. And then I was kind of fiddling about and then saw connected textures, and that's what it is. The connected textures basically make... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Where did it go? The connected textures ensure that... basically, textures that connect do so nicely. So things like glass, rather than having, you know, all the separate glass blocks in place, it looks like one bar of glass. I'll show you back in the King's Mill, actually, in case you didn't spot it when we was last there. I quite like connected textures. It just makes everything look a bit nicer. So if you had a window made up of window panes, rather than having each individual window pane, it would all join together like this, as you can see. So that's basically what that is, and it threw me for ages, but sorted it out in the end. This pick, by the way, the mole, Unbreaking 3 efficiency 4, not bad. I did have a silk touch pick, and then I lost it in the nether. I was mortified. And I spent all day, well, not all day, but I spent ages yesterday going to the spider farm, gearing up, enchanting stuff and all that. And pretty much the majority of these picks were from that day. I think I enchanted 8 picks or whatever and got silk touch once. Which, you know, I'm happy with. I've got my silk touch back. And that's the main thing. This is like my power chest. This is where all the good things are kept for now. I do need to put some new chests down, actually, so let's do that whilst we wait, because some of the chests and things around here are filling up. As you can see, the one down here ran out of space for the flour, and I was like, oh, I wish I had more space. Then I realised I actually haven't filled up all of the chests. So we're going to do all of that now. Not filled up all the chests, like put enough down there. The spider eyes and string and stuff as well is having a problem. Let's grab as many of those as we can, and nearly ate one then. There we are. For those who don't know about that trick, because it eluded me for the longest time, you get the item in your mouse, hold shift, double left click another instance of that item, and it puts everything in the chest, just like that. Wonderful! Okay, so that's given us a little bit more breathing space. Next up, I'm going to take you back over here. This is like the happening side of the house. This is where everything's going on at the moment. Down here is what I've been working on today so far. This is going to be my bigger storage room. So I'm going to have like my primary one up there, which is where I'll go for when I need resources. And then down here will be for all the surplus stuff that I gather. But I think that's pretty much it for my house here. I now have an ender chest right here and my CD case full of 4 records. And the ender chest here has got the results of a recent nether exploration. 7 emeralds, didn't find those in the nether. Those were from a trade. The iron as well from spawn. Pair of golden swords, gold nuggets, magma cream, 7 blaze rods, 5 ghast tears, 3 and a bit stacks of quartz, 2 stacks of soul sand, and 3, no less than, wither skulls. Boom! So that means that a fight with the wither may soon be on the cards. We haven't even gone off and done the dragon yet. We're still so far off. But that's what's happening. The sets I think we've been over before. There's still only that one in there at the moment. But let's head into the nether, because this is where I have to do most of my talking. As you might notice, the eagle-eyed amongst you, my portal is in a different place. Whereas it would normally probably be down here, it is now not. It is up here. You might also notice that there is no hole in the ceiling that we would fall from, although there is a lot of quartz up there, which might be fun to get one day. So yes, you might be noticing a few inconsistencies if you are eagle-eyed. And I'm going to explain those to you now, after the ghasts have finished. The problem is, when we tried updating the server to 1.6.2, it had an almighty hissy fit and began causing loads of problems and stuff. And basically we encountered a situation whereby how do I explain this? We basically, oh Jesus, I have no idea how to do this safely. We basically I'll tell you what, I'm going to build this way down and then I'll tell you what's going on, because I evidently can't do both things at the same time here. Ow! Oh! Have ghasts got more knockback on their balls now? Because those are painful. Oh jeez. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. So now we have more of a stairway. Not safe, but whatever. Means to an end. So, yes, you might be going, well, but hang on a minute, you already had a stairway down. What's been going on? Like, you know, help us out here. Why does Nay's portal look a little bit different? Why does it not have a thing leading up to the top? Well, as I said, when we tried to update to 1.6.2, basically our world file got a little bit corrupted. And basically it wasn't as bad as we thought, but there were a couple of chunks around spawn that completely reset themselves, and most annoyingly of which the one that the stable was built in which meant that not only did we lose part of the stable, but also mine and Toby's and one of Nay's horses was also completely erased from the face of the game. And of course, because it was only those chunks that were reset and not the chunks in which the horses were found, they won't be there again. So we are now horseless again. But those chunks got reset, and so did the entire nether. Everything we had done in the nether was vaporized. We still have the same nether world here, but it was completely reset. So what we've done is we've taken this opportunity to kind of start fresh, basically. So where I'm going now is I'm taking you up to our new nether hub, and that way we can get off to spawn, because that's where I want to carry on with today's episode. So it's a bit frustrating, but silver linings and all that. That's Toby's portal right there. We are able to start again, and I quite like our new hub. There's a lot more space for new people as well, as and when they arrive. So all in all, it's not too bad. It's a bit more out of the way, and it's annoying that I have to dig a tunnel back over to another hub. However, small things. So here we are. It's not quite finished yet. These redstone lamps are new, which is pretty awesome. And what is even more awesome is this little guy. How you doing? And his daddy. Affectionately named Daddy Nick and Nick Ward Jr. I'm not sure what's trying to be said about me. I didn't name these guys, by the way. I captured them. Or, well, no. I put the chest plates on them. So I didn't name them. This guy's got a stone sword as well. We threw a stone sword at him and he decided, yeah, that's a better deal than my golden one. So he swapped it. This lava thing right here, as you might have noticed, appears to come out on the bottom. It doesn't. It's just obsidian in there. It's all perfectly safe. Here we have our super smelting room, which we have been using for copious amounts of nether brick, none of which are in here. We still have tons of netherrack to go through. And on the other side here is the storage room. Oh, that's my phone, pardon me. The top floor and the bottom floor are where our nether tunnels are going to go to our various portals and stuff. I shall just see what that message was, because I am expecting one. I will be right back. Okay, many apologies. I'll just get myself comfortable again. So yeah, the top floor and the bottom floor are going to be for where we put our tunnels to our own portals, as and when the time comes, which I should get onto pretty soon. And here we are at spawn. So as you can see, everything looks pretty much okay. Beth started working on a plot of land here. I'm not quite sure what's going there. And the stable here, as you can see, once it all finishes loading in, there we go, just a chunk missing from the roof there. And this whole, like, everything in here was gone. So this wall has been newly rebuilt. This wall has been newly rebuilt, but everything was gone, and our horses were in here, and they have gone, which is very saddening, and I need to go and get myself a new one. The Irony Tower's still working amazingly, well, kind of, as you can see, things are escaping and stuff. Really glad these are still working, actually, because when we had the news that the server has kind of broken a bit, I thought, oh god, if I've got to rebuild those, I will not be happy. These guys are all one-hit kill because they have been through the lava blade, but because of the unique way multiplayer works, sometimes they explode out of the holding cells and end up underwater. I mean, I'm not normally strong enough to just completely one-hit an iron golem. I don't think anyone is. But So don't go trying it. Don't walk up to an iron golem and punch it with your sword, or even just don't attack it. You know, because chances are you will not be able to one-shot it, unless it has been through a system like this. And there were a few more on the island here. Yeah, just a couple more. Let's go and deal with these guys. And oh look, one of them died. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it looks like the skeletons that were here. Oh, he doesn't like me because I attacked his buddy. Fair enough. I mean, you have to be careful when taking those guys out because they can one-hit kill you. Maybe not with their initial punch, but with the crash landing as well, they can take you out in one go. You need to be careful when dealing with those guys. Oh, yes, there is one more thing. One more thing to go and have a look at around here. Then I'm going to see how long the episode is, and we'll work out from there. Let's get rid of these guys. Roses can go in there. Oh, I was going to say, did those guys not drop anything? I know golems for a fact have to drop something. Anyway, yes, the final thing is over in the unloaded distance. And I am quite happy to show this to you. Oh, the cocoa farm I think was there before. This is going to be like a bakery or something. Oh, those need to be put back. Oh, I can do that. This is going to be like a bakery for cookies and stuff like that. And I'm going to move this into there eventually. Very simple design. You just push the button. There are some pistons underneath that push the trees up. And then those pistons push the trees back down, ready to be planted. This is, of course, Willy's Wonky Factory, as I decided to name it. Anyway, yes, this building here is what I want to show you. This has been my biggest building enterprise on the server, aside from the Irony Towers, but I don't really count those because that's not a proper building, that's just a construction. This is a proper building, and I'm really liking it so far. It is basically one of those kind of plantation houses that they had in like the cotton fields in America way back when. So that's what this is. It's just one of these, and all this farmland out the back as well, which you'll be able to see when I move out. That's basically what we're going for here. We're going to have fields of food and stuff growing here, to the point where it's almost impractical to have that much food growing. So we need to clear some stuff out. But that's the aim here, and I've been building this plantation house, and so far I'm quite happy with it. And this is, of course, the Shishwami Tower, which Nay has built. And we have ourselves a snow generator over here as well. Is it working? Not really. So what you do is you'd press this button, which activates this piston here and this piston here. That pushes a snowman into the corner. Left my Facebook on, how very unprofessional of me, as you can see there. And then you just go at it with a shovel. And there you go. Nice, handy little snow generator. And we were using that for the pillars on the front there, because the plantation houses are generally built out of white wood. It was difficult to find a block that was still white and yet contrasted, and we didn't really have enough quartz to do all of this. So we settled on snow, and I actually quite like it. I quite like I like the snowy texture on it as well. I think it looks quite cool. But that's pretty much all the new stuff for now. The town hall is nearly done. It just needs furnishing on the inside. But yeah, I'm going to see how long this episode has been, and then we will be right back. Oh, that's bloody irritating. I don't even know if this has been recording. Phew, thank God for that. For a minute I thought the episode hadn't been recording. I'd have been like, no! But thankfully it all is well. Incidentally, I think this video is approaching its end. So, without further... Oh, look, and the sun is setting as well. It's setting over whatever we're going to name our spawn town here. If you can think of a name, be sure to let me know. Incompletesville seems good at the moment. But anyway... yeah, I don't think there's much else. So I will see you in the next video, I suppose. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please feel free to leave a comment or a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribe if you haven't done so already. as it really does help out the channel a lot, and I really do appreciate all of your support that you can offer. Thank you for watching, everyone. I shall see you next time as the sun slowly descends over the town hall. Adios. Goodbye.